I was honest to the bone, got burned every time. Spent a lifetime giving kindness to the ones who paid with lies. I bent myself in half just to keep the peace. Learned the hard way who disappears when you bleed. I gave my best to people who smiled and turned away. Learned real quick what they never say. Life gets heavy when you carry it alone. So I stopped explaining things to people who won't know. Hate me if you want. I don't care. I don't care anymore. I won't change who I am just to fit through your door. Whoa. It is what it is. I made peace with that. 0 fucks to give. And I'm not looking back. I don't care. You can talk all night when I'm not around. I'm staying busy building something real on solid ground. I'd rather stand alone with my truth intact than bend my spine again just to earn you back. I don't care. I don't care. I was good to those who stared me, watched them smile and leave. Sat through all the gossip, every quiet scheme. I learned to stand alone when the love was thin. That's when I stopped letting everybody in. I walked through rooms full of noise and grins. Felt alone in crowds, even next to friends. Hate me if you want. I don't care. I don't care anymore. I won't change who I am just to fit through your door. It is what it is. I made peace with that. 0 fucks to give. And I'm not looking back. I don't care. You can talk all night when I'm not around. I'm staying busy building something real on solid ground. I'd rather stand alone with my truth intact than bend my spine again just to earn you back. I don't care. Every scar I earned reminds me what's real. Every lesson learned cost blood and years. I don't hate nobody, I just don't pretend. I learned where I stopped and where I end. Hate me if you want, it's fine with me. My hands stay dirty, my mind stays free. It is what it is, I won't explain that shit. 0 fucks to give, yeah, I live with it. I didn't lose my heart, I just drew the line. For the first damn time, life is mine. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care.
Hola. Oh, hello, Mighty Buffoon. Fancy seeing you here. Can you hear me? Yeah, I think I can see a bit of activity on the microphone. Well, nothing much changing round here, is there? It's the same fucking shit. It don't matter how long you go quiet for. Well, Katie can't help herself. Every fucking time I do hop on and I have a little skulk round, there she is, chatting shit, the same shit over and over. So I'm waiting for Gmail to load, and whenever you're fucking on here, it is, here we go. It is hateful when you're on StreamYard trying to get onto Gmail. It seems to only be Gmail chat it does with. I better be careful that I don't accidentally pop onto Trollope's message. You'll get really excited and all gung-ho. I haven't really... Hello, James. I haven't really got the inclination for this shit anymore. A few times I've thought, oh, shall I? And to be frank with you, the reward ratio for the effort just isn't worth it. It doesn't enrich me in any way. This is like asking cows why they fucking eat grass all day. They don't know why. They just eat grass. That's what they do. And that's what it's like trying to fucking have any interaction or any debate here. It just ends up all ridiculous and fucking lame as shit. Hello, Izzy. It's been a while seeing you. I bet, are you getting like crazy winds where you are? Here it's fucking mad. The sun's shining, but the wind is blowing a gale. So you can kind of feel the heat on one side of your body, but the other side where the wind's coming from, it's a totally different temperature. I'm hoping that this is loaded up. There we go. Tiffany, I've just dropped you a link. And then later on, I'll just drop it out to everyone. I just need Tiffany to explain to me. Right, you should have a link, Tiffany. I just need Tiffany to explain to me who the fuck these people are. You know, I get, because of course I'm watching YouTube. I'm just not watching you fucking idiots. And I'm more over on TikTok than I am on here, because TikTok is about the content. It's virtually impossible to troll someone over there. You would just look ridiculous. Yes, as soon as we get this bit out the way, James, anyone can fucking hop up. You too laugh at you, or you, Amy. Tiffany should have that by now. Yes, I think she has. Tiffany, I've sent you that link. I know that you might be on a call, so I'll just muddle along with the bits I know. So a couple of times now, this fucking granny franny. Now, I tend to keep my opinions to myself, unless there are a few rules that break that. One of them is if a motherfucker got an opinion on me. And sometimes I'll let him have a few opinions on me. Hello, Yahoo Hooligan. You should have it in Gmail chat, Tiffany. I don't do, yeah, it's on Gmail chat. I don't do Telegram, and that's why you don't see me. Is to do Telegram, I got to go on the phone. I don't know how else to get it. Unless I WhatsApp it to myself and then grab it from WhatsApp. Let me know if you can go and get it. So this fucking granny franny, now a couple of times he's popped up. The first time I got a notification that he shared one of my posts. Now, I can't remember offhand, but it was one of my Palestine fucking posts. Now, I can't even remember what his post said, because by time I clicked on the fucking thing, so I only got a very short, I don't even know why I was sub to this person, because generally that wouldn't be my kind of person. Men who'd fucking sit online chatting shit and giving it the big un and talking about women's vaginas and all that ain't my kind of fucking person. Hello, Tiffany.
Hello.
What the fuck?
I don't know, man. That was weird. I didn't hear most of it yesterday. I listened to it this morning, and I was listening to that going like, okay, this is left field. Like, what a couple of weirdos they sounded like, talking about someone who never mentions them.
Well, I never have, and of course, I'm aware of a few of the things that go on because I'm watching some of it. I'm not saying I don't watch this pocket at all. I'm saying I've cut it right back who I watch. If the title grabs me, I might go and have a nose. Generally, though, I skim through and think, nah, that's not for me. Because there's only so many hours in the day, and I'm watching all the fucking Iran and Palestine. I have got to go and clean and things, so something's got to give. And randomly, I'll go and have a nose at things, or by the time I sign in on to Telegram or something, someone will say to me, "Have you seen this? Do you know?" I'm like, "What the fuck?"
That took me by surprise. Like, I just do not understand where the heck that animosity came from all of a sudden, or why they even brought you up. Like, I haven't even interacted with you. I have to assume, like, maybe it's because of our our friend with her new face over there.
Well, here's the funny thing. Up until this moment, and about half hour ago, when I popped up and said to you, "What the fuck is this?" and you said, "I've got a phone call, I'll chat to you." So I said, "Well, you're going to have to do it live, and I can show that that's what's just happened." I think it's got to be over a month since we've had any communication. Easy.
Yes.
Look, it's not that look, this is how it is.
We do this all the time. We just get busy or, fall off, and then we catch up.
Look, and what was weird for me was the first time that Granny Franny was when they shared my post. But by the time I caught hold of it, I was only given the first few lines of it, which was the peep piece, if you like. So I thought, fucking idiot. Then, now he lied. Last night on his stream, which we're going to play a little bit of, last night on his stream, he flat out lied. He said, I was so disgusted, I popped up on her channel. She was on a live stream with Yaxley, and I asked them if they hate Jews and blacks. Now, this is a whopper from him, because he didn't say anything about blacks at all. There was no mention. He asked if we hated Jews.
Yep.
And I said, and we initially said we weren't going to sidetrack, that we were going to stay on point, and we didn't want any chat to sidetrack us. But because he asked the question and he actually said, "You're not sidetracking us," I overrode Yaxley. I said, "I'm happy to answer him." Now, I answered him and said, "I'm against children being burnt alive in tents. I'm against hospitals being bombed. I'm against baby food and nappies being withheld for months on end in a fucking queue while they're looked at one by one because everything is going through Israel." I said, so I start telling him. He left perfectly happy and said, I said, "Are you happy with that?" Because I'm happy to debate you. And he said, "No, I'm happy with that." And off he went. Now, the third time I heard from him, he was singing my fucking praises. He was with somebody called Amy.
Mm-hmm.
And he was saying, "Oh, yes, she's shown that you're a liar, KT." So, to me, this dude just comes out with anything. He must change his opinion, going with changing whoever he's on panel at that time.
Yes, and Tracy, he's been doing that same thing to me a lot lately, like missing what I'm saying or getting confused or just saying I'm saying things I'm not saying at all. It's really, for me, you know how
You,
I kind of am. That's frustrating.
that was such a blatant attempt to try to get me to have a
Pissed off
crack at
him.
you.
Yep.
No, he wanted me to have a crack at you.
Yep. Yep. And why do you think, and who put that idea in his head? Like, why do you think that? I mean, I'm sorry, somebody suddenly shows up at a channel and then all of a sudden they're going at you and going at me. And then there's, a common denominator there. It's so obvious,
Well, to me, he's a pathetic weak cunt. He wouldn't last 5 minutes. The reality is he has to be online doing this with a bunch of women because I wouldn't imagine he has any real life male friends. I'm just guessing here. He wouldn't last 5 minutes in a pub. If he sat in a pub in Britain talking the way he talks and going on about vaginas and all of this shit, he'd be knocked out. Somebody would knock him the fuck out. It's easy to sit on here holding court and fucking acting all fucking righteous. You ain't fucking righteous, nothing. The fucking fact that you're on here yapping about me, but you haven't got the fucking balls. I offered you the link that day. When you came to my panel, I said, I'll debate you about it. I'm happy to.
yeah.
You didn't want to.
Well, the thing that pisses me off about what he was saying, it was he's using those radioactive words like racist, and he actually dropped the N-word several times and positioned them in a way like they were factual. Like he stated it as a fact that you are racist, you are this and that. And the thing that really pissed me off about it when I listened to it this morning is the fact that you, first of all, have never forced your political views or opinions down anybody's throat you're friends with. Some things I agree with you on, some things I personally don't. We've
Like
talked about this.
I've often sat here and said there are some things that Tiffany does that I can understand why it may rub someone up the wrong way. Not
Yep.
to the extent they go, but might make them like want to fucking fire back. But
Yeah.
there are lots of things she does that I like. As long as she's not doing those things to me that rub me up, because we both now understand each other a little more.
Mm-hmm.
Why would I care? I don't give a fuck if she's clowning someone over there.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Clowning somebody than trolling. Clowning somebody, there's two kinds of trolling. There's trolling where you make fun and you poke and you take apart what they're saying and, maybe call them liars or whatever. There's that kind of trolling. And then there's no good trolling, just targeting people because you want to have someone to laugh at. Now,
Right.
for example, Von Helton, I
Yeah.
can see exactly what's going on and I have an opinion. But I am not obliged to sit online laughing and taking pleasure in the breakup of a fucking family. I am not obliged to sit online and laugh at the thought of kids, because it don't matter what we think of him. Kids are bonded to their mum and dad. It don't matter how much abused you are, there's still a sad side of those kids being ripped away from their father.
Very
From
sad.
their point of view, not his, not ours. I'm not obliged to laugh at that. And just because I don't laugh at that and I don't join in and I don't add to his misery, that doesn't mean I'm co-signing him or anything it does. It just means I personally do not find anything funny or remotely amusing to make me want to sit and...
Well, the Von trolls have truly, like the Von trolls, I mean, they're obsessed too. I mean, they are truly obsessed.
It's fucking weird. It's fucking weird.
It's incredibly weird. Anybody who can't look at that and not,
on. Them fuckers were here when I was here in 2011 doing the same thing.
Yeah, it's very odd. I mean, I get it, having a cult following and people I see a lot of channels that get stuck on these kind of low-cal kind of characters on here, and that's all they talk about, right? But the Von Trolls in particular are extremely, extremely obsessed with him.
One day they will look back, and I'm sorry, I've seen a few people die now, and I sat and held their hands, and they're not thinking about funny things that they done. That's not what you spend your last minutes thinking of. You ain't gonna give a fuck about thumbs up, subscribers, how many people commented and told you what a great fucking video you just made. That's not gonna mean jack shit to you.
Nope, it
To
won't.
me, you've wasted their life living through hating. What more damage do you want to do? How you haven't
Well,
even the ultimate? Come on, fuck me.
Tracy, the position these people have suddenly taken with me is this one of where they're expecting me to go around and police basically all of the internet or all of the people who they don't like about the bad things that they're doing to them, to one of them. So they expect me to call out all these people. But in hindsight, they're sitting with, or they're okay with people who have done much worse things, actually have done these things, and to many other. It's a very bizarre demand of this weird level of loyalty they want from me. I haven't talked to anybody over there since October of last year. Okay, not in private. A couple people. Joe, I stopped talking to probably at least a month ago. I wiped our conversation on WhatsApp and I blocked him because he had some people up there and he allowed them to scream at me, and he was screaming at me over literally, like, the situation was strange. It had nothing to do with them, and I hadn't done anything to them. It was just a weird shit stirring kind of a scenario where they had me up on panel and he just let people.
Was he like the ringmaster? Was he?
Yeah, and it was a free for all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I came up on panel to explain basically what had happened. Was there was this, make it short, there's a lady who Scotty really clowned on after she lost her daughter years ago, and it was gross. And it turned into a whole thing that went on to be a whole bigger thing for a long time. And I think that whatever they did to Scotty after she clowned this woman for her daughter's death was acceptable. I have no qualms with anything they did to her after she mocked her grief and post that, because I think she deserved it. I mean that too. That might be petty. I might be a hypocrite, but she asked for it, man. So anyways, they made up though, and they were okay. And then Scotty started to dredge all this old shit up about this woman out of nowhere, just kind of like as a flex. And so I defended this particular lady on it. And this didn't go over well with them because, they don't like her. It's really stupid. So I go up on this panel because they're telling all these lies that I'm attacking this one woman's child and I support CPS, call all this bullshit. So I hop up on there to explain, like, listen, I can only see so much and please so much. Well, subsequently, he let Scotty up on the panel and this girl GLM and all these people, and they're just screaming at me, and he's screaming at me over things that I hadn't done. It was strange. And so after that, I was like, you know what? This is a joke. And I blocked him. And I wiped our conversation, and, that was that. But so I haven't been in the folds over there, but Katie saw this as an opportunity and weaseled her way over there. You know how she does.
Yeah, but I see him. I've seen a few things. And he's taking the piss out of her. He's making fun of her. Some of the comments he makes, if you actually go and look at them, you can take him either way.
He's trolling her.
He is definitely 100%. And I think one of the reasons that he's bringing me up into his nonsense is because he knows that I know. I think he knows that when I wrote that post and I said people are low-key taking the piss out of you, he knows that I'm talking about him. He fucking knows. That's his guilty fucking conscience, because it's not only him doing it, but if you look at the comments that he makes and the responses that he made, particularly on the foot video, you can tell he's fucking trolling her, but he's doing it in such a way
Yeah.
Pardon?
He asked her to
He's
slap the bottom of her feet when she was on his panel.
Yeah, he's ridiculous. So what we're gonna
Yeah.
do, done. Right, so this racist part, which I find really strange, coming from the fact of the first interaction I ever had with Katie Childers, a channel had popped up, and hang on, my daughter, who I'm sharing on screen now, a little bit of a squiggle over it, so it's no good to anybody. It should pop up any second. Okay, so that's my daughter. Now you can see she's not a white girl, let's say. Now, the first interaction I ever had with Katie was when Katie photoshopped her as a monkey. And this was in the days when YouTube, you could make your own background and people could comment on your channel. Can you remember that, Tiffany? YouTube,
Yep.
when you make your own backgrounds and people could comment.
Yep.
Now, the comments on that channel went along the lines of, "Oh my fucking God, she's the colour of dog shit. She will only ever have a job in service," meaning, maid, like a slave in slavery. Shit like, it was just fucking mad shit. And one of her friends, Annie White Power, now work that one out, her real name is Annie White, but she added on the end of it Power, so that should tell you what
No
her...
way. I didn't know that. Oh my goodness.
I got it all. I can't show it because my channel would be flagged.
Yep.
They actually, on her Facebook, when I went to her Facebook thinking, who the fuck are these weird bastards? Is it posting my kid everywhere? And once you post up my kid, I want to know everything about you. If you got my kid on your hard drive, I want to know about your goldfish. I want to know everything because you have my child on your hard drive. You have no right. You have no business. So to me, I want to know who this fucking idiot out is. So I go and look on this Annie White Power, which was what made it easy to find. She sat in front of that flag that you have. Is it a Confederation flag or something?
Yeah, the Confederate flag, yeah.
Yeah. She sat in front of one of them and she's just shared a post and it's 3 people hanging from trees. Yes, being,
Yeah.
lynch
Yeah.
mob.
Yeah.
And there's a gang of people watching and it says KKK. And that was all I needed to know about those people.
That's crazy.
Now, so that was the gang that Katie was in. This was the gang who decided that my daughter was the colour of dog shit and would only ever be able to work as a slave.
Tracy, hold on. Stay on this picture of your daughter really fast for me, please.
Pardon?
If you were to stay on this picture of your daughter really fast for me.
Yeah.
If you were to take Katie's current profile picture and put it side by side with Paige,
Yeah. That's what's
it's like, you know what I'm saying?
I do fucking know.
Yeah.
That was my first ever interaction with Katie. Now, I thought that the person doing it was Annie because I was fighting with Annie and I didn't even know who Katie was. I have no idea who is doing this. So I presume that it's Annie, okay? So this is why I go over to Annie White Power, her fucking Facebook, and find all that. And I think, right, is that how you want to fucking play? Now I'm going to show you, cunt, that you've picked the wrong fucking mother, because I ain't that mother. This is now lifelong. I'm going to fucking destroy you for it. So this went on for ages. There's still videos up to this day of my daughter supposedly riding a camel, done up as a fucking prostitute, overweight. Always her image was used in a way to make her look huge, which is another interesting fact I find. I don't know whether, I don't know, but I find it a strange fact. Hang on. So to me, it's really strange that this person is accusing me of being a fucking racist. To me, especially with her sat in the fucking chat.
Right. It's very weird. I mean, the whole thing is weird. Why in the hell are they even bringing you up? Tracy yeeted herself. She'll be back in a moment. Yeah, isn't her daughter gorgeous? Her eyes. I've never seen eyes that color before. She does, Lisa. She looks just like Tracy. Absolutely. Yeah, I found that to be very odd why they would bring Tracy up out of the blue like that with no provocation. Like there was no reason to bring her up in such a bizarre manner too. Like, did she ever ask any of you over there to like her? I don't think she gives a shit, first of all. Second of all, hurling allegations of somebody being a racist and using the N-word and assuming that they must use the N-word all the time in private. Like, what the heck? What kind of low IQ? Oh, hey, Tracy.
Sorry,
You there?
Yeah, I kicked myself out. I don't know how much you heard of what I was saying, but what I was saying is, to me, it's insane that she would sit somewhere where she's obviously got her hand in somewhere, because I don't know these fucking weird motherfuckers, to talk about racism after she was photoshopping my daughter as a fucking monkey.
Mm-hmm.
So this, now if you look at my daughter there, that is how the images, the kinds of way they will have seen her. She's on the right. So don't be calling me no fucking racist. You don't know nothing about me. You don't know nothing about my children. I'm not a racist. I am against any form of injustice in a loose term. Lots of things can catch my attention. It could be fox hunting is another thing I'll go and get shake branches about. There's lots of things. I actually, on one of my holidays to Africa, funny enough, I met up with a family. I've spoken about this a lot. And Kevin has never given me a penny for my daughter. And we split up in 2014. And he's never given me a single fucking penny. But the benefit people decided that he should give me money. So they were going to take from his benefits £30 every 2 weeks, which is about $20 odd. So I could not take it because they were taking it to me and just sending it to me. Are you with me? I had to have it.
Mm-hmm.
I'd made friends with an African family. Well, I'd made friends with the man who worked at the resort. And then he'd introduced me to his mother. It started off where I said Bob Marley, because I was trying to communicate with him. I wanted ganja. So we had this language barrier. So I thought, oh, I know. So I just said Bob Marley, and he got it in one. It was 2 days before I was leaving. I only wanted enough for a spliff. He brought me a fucking, like half a carrier bag full.
Where were you that one time we were trying to find you some weed? Remember, you were on vacation somewhere that one time, and we were looking. Yes. Where was it? Greece?
Yes, they had just outlawed it just as I got there. Yeah, no, he brought me a carrier bag full of fucking weed. I said, what the fuck? I said, let me give you some. He said, no. So I said, well, look, I don't want it all. I'll just have an handful, and I'll give you your 20 euros. And when I go tomorrow, all the euros I've got left, I'll give them to you at the end of my holiday, because they're no good to me. You can't spend them in Britain, but there's no point. I'll fucking give you all the foreign currency I got. I still to this day, and this is what's outrageous, he then added all my daughters. He's got a mother and a wife and all kinds. But I got this tag. So he tagged me on Facebook because I foolishly let him on my Facebook. And he calls me his second mummy.
Oh.
Which is kind of strange to me. And I don't know what the fuck my Facebook bit makes me of it, but there we are. So I'm not racist. I'm against any injustice.
Tracy, it doesn't make sense though how they could sit there and call you racist, but then also criticize you for your advocacy for the freedom of Palestine. Like, what kind of a racist would be out here screaming to free Palestine? And it just does not. It's so stupid. They would even say that. Like, what a low blow insult that was.
It's the kind of mentality that would be hanging around with Katie. It's the kind of mentality who loosely throw the word paedophile around. These words get so overused because people try to use them to incite strong emotions that they become, people are anathematized to hearing the fucking word. Because like Katie calling anyone a fucking paedophile, anyone a child stalker. You know, you cry wolf. You know, if, say, for instance, now there was a country bigger than America and they started bombing the fuck out of America and then they isolated America and took all America's food, and I was seeing images of Americans starving and queuing up for food, I'd be out here saying, what the fuck? That's rotten. Look at these kids. To me, they're kids. They haven't got a colour. I don't give a fuck what colour they are. But it ain't happening to Americans and it ain't happening to Britons.
Yep.
Make no mistake about it. I would prefer to see Iran now, and I think they have every right to go nuclear. They have not attacked any of it's not them who's attacking all their neighbours, it's Israel. Israel have attacked in the last 2 years 6 of its neighbours. America are bullying countries all around the fucking place. I'm sorry to say that is what's happening right now. They're trying to strong arm.
Well, our government is. It's not the whole country.
No,
the government is.
When I mean, I'm talking Trump and your is it administration you call them? Or what you call them. With us, it's a cabinet. Our bunch is a cabinet.
Yeah.
I don't know about your
we have Congress and everything. Yeah. Tracy, I think a lot of the opinions have changed, especially recently, towards Trump and towards what's currently going on.
Sorry for Trump. He inherited this. What you know, if you chose to deep dive into it, you would see this problem has been going on right back to JFK.
Yes.
You know, you look, no matter which way you call this, the fact of it is this. Israel have killed more Americans than Iran have. That is a fucking fact. Israel bombed a ship called the SS Liberty. I don't know what year it happened, full of American, whatever they are, Navy people. Are they Marines? I don't know, whatever's on the water. Here it would be Navy. Yeah, Navy. They bombed it. Now, they were trying to frame that it was the Arabs. They wanted to cause a war. They didn't just bomb it once. They triple tapped the fuck out of it. The survivors are still fighting now, if you bother to go and look, because it turned out it was Israel. Israel were trying to cause a war with the Arabs. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
It's nothing to do with it being Israel, whoever it was who was downtrodden in another fucking place. People go on about what happened with Hamas. and it's fucking bad. But if you go and look into the history of Hamas and you actually go and deep dive it, those problems in Israel didn't start on October the 7th. I'm sorry. They started many years before. 2 years before.
The thing that I think a lot of people don't understand is that the conflict with Israel and the Palestinians has been going on. It's biblical, right? Like, we're talking centuries.
This is where is sick. In some ways, I feel sorry for him because, number one, he inherited this problem. This problem has been in because of AIPAC and how your system works. It's been there a long time. Look at the difference between America and Britain. As soon as it came out, Prince Andrew and who's that other one? Mandelson. Mandelson was fired. Prince Andrew was arrested on his fucking birthday. Come on now. And humiliated because somebody had to have tipped off the press. The press weren't just there hanging around just in case. 6 a.m. Who in America has been arrested for the Epstein files? Come on.
Nobody.
So look at the fucking difference. Look at the difference. Now, when Granny Fanny says, oh, she's criticising our president, I'll criticise who the fuck I like, you cunt. What are you going to do? Sit and talk shit and occasionally drop words like vagina in because you're trying to be all edgy? Get the fuck out of here, you weirdo. You fucking weirdo. That's what to me you are. I've never said fuck to you. If you had these issues, drop a comment on one. But here's the funny thing. You said about the Jewish post. But after that, you were praising me up in one of your live streams.
The thing I find weird about it, Tracy, is the fact that he does not express these strong views normally. So what I'm saying is that you don't normally see him out and about going around in chats or vocalizing his dislike of people who support Palestine or whatever. It's just, I don't see, it's only with you he's mentioned this. And not to mention, there's that big blowout with Sally Ann for what she said. And then they recently admitted that they handled that wrong and they got overly emotional about it. So why is that? So how does that pertain to her, but not to you? The whole thing is contrived. That's all I know. It's intentional. You're intentionally trying to stir shit, Joe. You look like an idiot.
He's 100% trying to stir shit. He posted up the video about Katie and her feet, knowing that people would jump on it and start in. He purposely leads them into conversations to lie, basically, knowing. You can tell. I see right through him.
Mm-hmm.
She is a fucking lulz cow. If you look at the foot video, go and look at the comments on there. Where Pesky says, that's not her, that's AI. And he says, AI have confirmed the feet are real. He's low-key trolling her. Because the debate was whether it was her face. But she's too stupid to understand it. I know what he's doing. But he's doing it in such a way that if he got called out, he could say, what do you mean? I didn't mean
he's
that.
taking the piss out of her all the time, Tracy. I mean, when she hopped when she hopped on his panel and he was telling her to smack the bottom of her feet, and then he asked her if I was trying to dox that friend of hers who dresses like a ninja.
Weird.
I mean, the Agent 19 doesn't dress, like a ninja. That I was cracking up. I was like, Katie, he's ripping on her right to her face, like literally making fun of her.
In front of her.
Yes.
In front of her. I'm telling you. That's exactly what he's doing. And he knows that I know. I made a post the other day and I said, listen, shut your fucking mouth about me. Now, if you notice, that's where she does all her yapping because he invites her to do it. He wants it. He is stirring. That's what he
is stirring. Tracy, He used to do that to me too. That's how I know he's doing it to her. He used to bring up things with me that he knew I didn't want to talk about and stuff, and I would just roll with it. You know, it was like hee hee ha ha. But I was aware he was doing that, right? With her, I don't think she's aware, and it's absolutely hilarious. It's like,
Yes,
Katie, you are so dense.
listen, it is. It's funny because it's Katie, but if you think about it, it's not very kind to pretend to be friends with someone
No,
and to be low-key pissing on their leg. I don't like that kind of character in a person.
yeah,
Yes, because it's Katie, there's a funniness to it. But now think about the character that it takes to do that. Get off the Katie piece. Think
yeah.
about it.
Well,
Pretending to be.
it was honestly a bit embarrassing when he would do that because the things he brought up were things that were really not like, I would be like, oh gosh, you know, and other people noticed it. It was kind of, you know, insulting, honestly. But yeah, he's a goofball, Tracy. Like, I don't even understand this fucked up path he's on with these idiots he's got up there with him. He's got the woodchucker Scotty, who's so desperate to be, you know, to be proven that she was right about me and she's right about everything, and she's this glorious, altruistic, you know, person who's.
Is that the one who was? Is that the one who was fucking up her boyfriend with a plank of wood?
Yeah, that's her.
Well, I've never commented on that. I've never had any opinion on that. I'm aware of it. Of course I am. Don't be silly. Of course I'm aware of it. But do you know I've never had an opinion on it?
No, yes. I know.
I think she's fucking garbage. Someone like that talking about class from a fucking trailer and them hillbilly fucking family relatives outside somebody's show. What the fuck? Get the fuck out of here. That's what's mainly pro. Do you know, I'm going to tell you something now, though. I'm on TikTok, yeah? But do you know, I'm going to tell you something now. You know the posts I do? I'm purposely expressing my opinion in a place where I know it's going to cause a certain kind of person to react with angst, if you like. You say, you know, she shouldn't be speaking about our president. Hang the fuck on you. Your president illegally started a war that impacted my country. Not now, it impacted the whole world. You just don't know it yet. This is how stupid you are. No matter which way you look at it, this war is not a good thing. Look at it from the environment. Can you imagine the pollution that's gone on from all
the whole thing is a mess, Tracy. Honestly, I don't understand.
So go from that, because I'm not going to spend time sitting arguing about fucking Iran, but I do want to make these points. If you look at it from an environmental point of view, it's a catastrophe. If you look at it from a financial point of view, now I don't care that you guys got to pay for your medicine and your medical care, because I don't have to. I get free dental care. I get free medical care. If I want to see a doctor, I ring a doctor and I go and see a doctor, and I don't have to cough up any money for it. Guess who else don't have to do that? Israel. Do you know why? Because you in America give over 40 billion pounds. 40 billion. That's the low end.
Now, that makes no sense to me. That makes no sense to me, because Israel has the highest concentration of educated professionals in careers like being a doctor per capita than any other country in the world. These aren't people who are destitute.
Listen, you're giving them low balls end now 40 billion a year. That's low. That's not even it. That's not for this war. The war, you're giving them a couple of billion a day, but let's say you give them 40 billion last year. They have the same free health, dental care, free doctors as I have here, as we have here. You don't have that. So how can your country justify giving that money to them for them to have that care, but not for you?
We don't know
What?
that. Most we don't know. People, Americans are very ignorant to what goes on in a geo world political venue, right? We don't have a whole bunch of visibility for worldwide issues. We're very much in our own little worlds over here, and so we don't know that. And that's
Well, I'm telling you that, and I'm telling you this as well. Them fuckers can retire like 55. I don't know what's going on where you are. They are fucking minted. Now, yes, it doesn't matter to me. Well, it does sometimes, because we're not giving them the billions that you're giving them, but we are giving them millions. Remember, we're not as big a country as you. You can fit Britain into America about 50 times, okay? That's how small we are. And we haven't got as many people, but we're also giving the fuckers millions of pounds too. Now, it fucking galls. And then for them to be dropping bombs on people and visiting misery, come the fuck on. Where's the mindset?
Well,
so there's that issue. The cost of this war is not only the cost of this war. Wait, your fucking president caused the Strait of Hormuz to be closed. It was not closed. It was open. It's been always open. Now, we have a bridge here that connects Wales to England, because Wales and England are two different countries, okay? We're part of Britain, but we're two separate countries. We have a bridge. To come into Wales, you have to pay the fucking bridge. The bridge, you get stopped, and then you give them your money, and the thing goes up, and you can come into Wales. But when you're leaving Wales to go into England, guess what? You don't have to pay. That is because Wales own the bridge. They've got to look after the bridge. They've got to paint the fucking bridge and keep the bridge fucking open. So you're going to pay to go the fuck over it. Why should Iran not? But let's remember, the Strait of Hormuz was open. You haven't been hit yet. I don't know how high your oil and petrol is, but your shit is climbing.
Oh my gosh, Tracy, you know how much it costs for gas over here?
Go on.
Almost $6 a gallon where I'm at.
It's 2 months ago or 3 months ago.
It was about 4 something.
Right. Well, it's a similar thing here. Is going up. But what you guys don't realize is the longer this goes on, and if this gets any worse, there are certain medicines, epilepsy, cancer medicines, and such like, that come through the Strait of Hormuz, that if it has to go round to get round, is going to put another like 7 or 8 weeks on getting it, but it's also going to cost more money. Because the cost can be reflected in the fact that the ship's got to go all the way round. We're going to soon have a medication shortage. Now, I've looked, and a lot of my medical stuff don't come through the Strait of Hormuz. Listen, I fucking hate Britain right now, as angry as I am with America and what they've caused and where this is going, because you just have no idea. When you displace people and you've got ICE running around keeping immigrants out, guess where they're going to come? Guess where all these people you're displacing are going to end up? In other people's countries. Other people are going to mop it up. So it does affect me. I am allowed to say, fuck President Trump. I am allowed to say, what the fuck, all this to hide the Epstein files? Come on. Because what's happened is the day they started the war, Hillary Clinton's testimony came out. Well, of course, that wiped her off the front page. It was all about the war. This is just a cover-up for that's how it started, but it also suits Israel. So there's another reason why this war is not a good idea for any of us, because if this continues, there's going to be medicines and things that we can't get our fucking hands on because they come through there, and there's going to be people dying. There's lots of repercussions from this. It's not just bombing each other. Do you not see that, Tiffany? That this is
No, I definitely see it, and I think a lot of other Americans are finally seeing it now too. You can't romanticize this situation anymore to make it seem like it's good for anybody, because it's simply not. And I think it's hard to deny that for most people. At least
Do you know
is
the
what the
saddest part of this is? America, and we all looked up to it. Everywhere I've been, America are looked up to as some kind of
wheelhouse or something. Yeah.
Listen, people, we haven't got a president. We got a little gay rent man, a rent boy lover. Keir Starmer. Listen, Keir Starmer will never make a statement on anything until Trump says. Trump makes a statement on the plane. Is it Air Force One or whatever you fucking call it? If Trump makes a statement within half an hour, Keir Starmer comes out and nearly says the same thing. He can't get his tongue far enough up Trump's ass. It's fucking embarrassing. It's cringe. So I'm as down on my country, but thankfully my country did stay out of this war. But I've said, if, Britain are fucking allowing planes to fly out and we are letting fuel in, I wouldn't give a fuck if Iran bombed London. I'm sorry, I haven't got to give a fuck.
Oh, God, that's awful.
Listen, they're making out this is something to do with hating America. I think that everybody who's got a hand in it, they've caused... Listen, you've just changed the New World Order. America were the number one. Now, what's happened is China and Russia are positioning themselves. They're going to take over. We used to have to sell oil in USD, United States dollars. Not no more. They're going to be spending it in BRICS, which is a new currency. People are now moving away from America. Now, this is sad, not sad for Europe. Europe are glad of it because they're in. Britain banked up with America. We left the European Union to join up with fucking America. So what Trump does affect Britain.
Yeah. I mean, look, even let's say it didn't, you have the right to have your opinion on it. People are not allowed to have opinions on things, whether you like their opinions or not. This is a very circular argument he puts you in, right? Because it's just
another thing this war's no good for, I'll tell you. It's easy to sit here and say, yeah, send in the troops on the ground. Have you got a son in there? Have you got any family members being fucking carted over there? I would not want if my son, I haven't got a son, thank God, but if your son is going to go and fight for something, you want it to be for something like worthwhile to you, surely, not just because Netanyahu wants to make fucking Israel the greater map. While we've all been bombing each other and America are losing all that money that they've lost on these planes and the amount. Do you know what Israel been doing? Annexing land.
Oh my God. Yeah.
With the cover, while Trump is dropping bombs and taking the shit and being called out, Netanyahu is quietly annexing land.
Well, I think there was a lot of awakening after Charlie Kirk died, honestly. I think people really started to kind of see things in a different light. And I think a lot of Israel's support went down the tubes from Americans, and the whole tone, the whole climate changed over here when it came to supporting Israel. People were pulling back. And then it got kind of quiet. And then all of a sudden, just out of nowhere, we enter into this war with Iran. But we, it was framed to us differently, Tracy, when this started. It was not framed to us as being something that had to do with Israel. In fact, they didn't even say that. It was framed to us like it had to do something with national safety.
No.
Which was misleading. you know, and people aren't dense. They're not dumb. I mean, they're dense, but they're not that stupid. So you know, the whole thing's been
So
a bit
sorry.
manipulative. Yeah.
I
Well, I mean, look at
feel sorry
we
for
went in
Trump.
we went in and scooped up Maduro right out of his own bed, and we did. You know what I'm saying? Like everything's are a little bit goofy.
If you look what happened there, that's illegal to kidnap another head of state, but there we are. Who was the only American country, South American or wherever they are, who was the only country sticking up for Palestine and was calling Israel out? Venezuela. If you
Hold on one sec, Tracy. I'm getting a phone call. If I drop off, I'll be right back.
All roads lead to Israel for the greater map. That's a fucking fact. But this Granny Franny, I'm about done with him, and then we need to talk about that husband beating one who had quite an opinion. I don't listen. I see your shit, and I think, you know, fucking hell, man, what a bunch of fucking weirdos. But it's not my business to just spout it off. You weren't doing anything to me at that point. I have no reason. Sometimes, just because you've got an opinion, sometimes it's best to keep it to your fucking self. Well, I'm sorry, but Britain deserve all they're going to get. I am ready. I understand that if Iran win, it's bad times ahead for us. I know that. I've bought a radio, $7.99 with batteries. I've bought a battery charger, solar charged. I never buy cupboard food, and I never eat frozen food unless I've cooked it myself and froze it because I want to have a lazy day. I've got a cupboard full of dried food. I've got a cupboard full of tinned food. I am ready. If it's the fucking reset and there's no internet and no TV and it all goes off, I'm more than happy to ride the shitstorm. Remember, I was born in 1964. I've already seen fucking mad shit. You know, I was around for the power strikes when every night they turned the electric off at 6 p.m. until 7 a.m. Same with when we had the drought and they turned the fucking water off.
Crazy.
They turned the water off at 6 p.m. every night until fucking 7 in the morning.
That's insane.
The heat wave, for fuck's sake.
They couldn't do that now, I don't think. I don't think they could do something like... I've never heard of them doing that. We've had...
If we can't... Britain are in a bad state because we're not part of European Union. If we can't get oil and all our stuff comes from there, we're going to be paying through our nose because we left the European Union. We're tied in with America because Keir wanted to fucking ring Trump. And now here we are. So, you know, I rant just as much as Keir Starmer, but at this moment, the cunt ain't doing anything. He's keeping his head down.
Well, and my biggest concern is that China and Russia get involved in this. You know, so far
they're already positioning to take over from America. They've already got their own currency. And if this currency goes ahead, Britain and America are fucked.
What's it called?
BRICS, BRICS, BRICS.
And they're trying to push it into Europe and like worldwide?
Yes, here's the bad bit. Yeah, it's already happening. You just are being kept dumb.
Wow.
What's happened is now because Donald decided to what happened was they went to war with Iran and they didn't tell anybody in the UN, the United Nations, okay? When Iran made it plain, the next time you attack us, we're going to hit your fucking bases. Now, their bases are on places like Saudi Arabia. It's all over the Gulf. So those people who were hosting American bases have now become the target. And Iran told them, if you fuck with us a third time, we're going to bomb the fuck out of your bases. Well, of course, Iran, Israel and America dropped the bomb on the school. They killed 175 kids in the first hour of the war. It was a triple tap, okay? They initially tried to blame Iran, but only America have those, I can't remember what they're called. They might be called Tomahawks.
Oh, this is interesting about this BRICS. So it's an alliance between
Yeah.
Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa.
Listen, if that comes off, Tiffany, America, it's going to be a recession. But
Yeah. It's cross-border trade and reduced dependence on U.S. dollar. It's designed as a basket composed of 60% member currencies and 40% gold. And it's a cryptocurrency. They have called the...
I'm ranting that we're fucking bombing. I'm ranting at the whole thing because, if this BRICS goes through, we deal in pounds and we're not Europe. We have to buy the fucking Chinese currency and the cunts are going to hit us. And remember, Russia hate us.
Mhm.
Russia hate Britain. So we're in the same boat as you. That's why I'm angry. Keep going with that BRICS. It's terrifying.
Yeah, so basically it says that so it has different initiatives. It has the unit, which is positioned as a non-cryptocurrency benchmark token. It acts as a parallel system later to bypass the Western banking systems, as reported and discussed on. They have BRICS Pay, which is a proposed decentralized payment messaging system intended to replace SWIFT. Here's the thing with SWIFT. SWIFT is our security protocol that we use to communicate cross-border transactions with other currencies around the world.
Yeah.
And they have been implementing an integration of a new form of a SWIFT protocol through cryptocurrency. So it's these, I can't think of the name for it right now, but there's all these different things that they've created to do that. So this is something similar to that. De-dollarization goal. The main objective is to establish a multipolar financial system moving away from the reliance on the US dollar. Local currency usage rather than a single currency. The group favors increasing the use of their own local currencies, e.g. the yuan, ruble, and rupee for trade, a process that has accelerated, and I don't know, it's where it cuts off. Challenges so far, they doubt a swift adoption of the single currency due to significant economic disparities among the member nations and the need for high-level political and fiscal union. Well, speculative digital assets called BRICchain, these are not official state-backed currencies. The focus remains on developing a shared settlement mechanism rather than replacing domestic currencies, notes, and otherwise. Wow.
Well, here's the thing. I've just put in, what is the effect of BRICS in USA? Now, I know the effect in Britain because it's to do with the...
They're trying to crumble us. They're trying to make our value to literally nothing.
Russia and China can see now. The reason they're arming Iran is not because of any goodness, is because they want Iran to cripple you lot with the money by hitting your bases and all of that shit, keep you busy while they're making moves. So I've just put the effects on BRICS in USA. And it says, once the de-dollarization goes through, the financial impact of actively reducing reliance, so hang on, trade and economic is going to hit you 100% tariff on BRICS goods. It's affecting prices for American consumers and businesses. So that means anything you get that ain't out of America, 100% uprise on the price. So I don't know what the fuck that would mean. Geographical competition is an alternative platform. It breaks the global logistics and supply chain dominance away from traditional US hubs. Market fight for volatility. The declining influence of the dollar will lead to increased market interest in safe haven assets such as gold. For the people, higher rate, you'll have higher mortgages, cost to the taxpayer. Every 1% point decline in foreign holdings will increase by 33 points. import cost. A weaker dollar makes foreign goods, electronic clothing more expensive. Loss of privilege. Traditionally, you've been able to export without inflation. You're just about to be hit by inflation. It's bad.
Yeah, this is not good. I mean,
And here's the worst of it is, Iran knew they could not win a war normal. They knew they couldn't. But America would be in bullies with Israel, two superpowers. So Iran have fought a different war. Their war is to financially cripple us. Now, here's the sad bit. We're talking about America now because I'm talking to you. But the same thing that's going to happen to you is going to happen to Britain. But you wait until the part where we're waiting weeks for medicines to come through. Medicines for diabetes and shit like that.
well, this happened during COVID too. Remember when their COVID was going on and all the medicines we got from China and everywhere else, and people couldn't get things, and it was like it was crazy.
Where we're going. There'll be civil unrest at this rate, I'm telling you. So anyway, there's all the reasons why this war wasn't any good. If honor of justice, in my empathy part, my justice part thinks Iran should fuck them up for having the cheek to fucking start. But my wise part thinks, hang on, they're fucking up the fucking ocean. They're fucking up the fucking sky they're killing wildlife. It's just nuts, all of it.
Oh, Tracy, you know who has joined this BRICS coalition? Because it was originally those original members. Now Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, it's getting fucking insane, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Once America lose power, see, Britain decided to leave the European Union so that we could free-range chicken and basically follow Donald around or whoever was in power there, because America, everyone has always looked up to him. Even Britain now are looking to try and get back in the European Union. Now, yes, that'll be good for me, but a little bit of me thinks, I hope they tell him, fuck off, you cunt, you left, now stay gone. Go fuck off with America. I'm ready for it. I got 2 cupboards full of foods, Tiffany. My freezer is full. I've got so many paracetamol because it's painkillers we can have trouble getting. Anything morphine-based. Analgesics, that's going to be our biggest problem.
Mm-hmm.
The helium. Helium comes from over there. Helium isn't only to make balloons and make people talk with a squeaky voice, It's anesthetic.
Yeah, yeah.
Fucking bad. And that's where, so when people like that idiot want to argue with me about me criticizing Trump, you're damn fucking right I'm criticizing him. You don't know, you don't even realize what he's caused. 3 months' time, when the fucking food shelves are empty in your country and you're fucking fighting over tinned goods and none of us can get any fucking strawberries, come and fucking tell me then. Fucking moron.
Well, hopefully it doesn't get to that, but he's definitely
it needs to stop. Another month of it and it will be, Tiffany.
You know when it became scary for me, Tracy, is when Alex Jones started speaking out against Trump in this war. That's when I got concerned.
Tucker Carlson, for fuck's sake, because Tucker Carlson loved him. Listen, do you know what I believe's happened? And this is why I'm a little bit sad for Trump. I think that the Israelis have been for a long time menacing and poking round and causing problems. Bibi Netanyahu said himself, I have waited for this war for a president to go to war with Iran for 30 years.
Oh, God.
Think about that. 30 years.
Yeah.
Now, Trump
Netanyahu's a horrible human being. I mean, he's a self-serving.
They told him bullshit. They told him, look, if you move in, the people will kick off and the people will take Iran from within. That's not how it happens. The Iranians were trying to overthrow their government, but they don't want to overthrow their government so that America can come and steal their oil and tell them who they have in government. They'd rather the devil they know. That's not what's happening. So he was sold a lie. He was told, but then more fool him, because Netanyahu been saying they're weeks away from making a nuclear bomb. I think they should make a nuclear bomb. The only countries that America and Israel don't fuck with are other nuclear powers. Isn't that funny? They won't fuck with Russia. They won't fuck with China because they know that they're nuclear powered. They've given Iran now every reason to become nuclear powered because they've been attacked 3 times.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the fact is, it's not even your war, Tiffany. And
no, it's not. It never was.
When I see people in America, the Trump tard, people who say, oh, yeah, troops on the ground, I think you wouldn't be saying that if that was your son. These are people's children.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot less people saying those sorts of things these days, Tracy. I'll say that. There's a lot less people who are backing blindly a lot of these situations that these regime change wars and all this bullshit going on. People are waking up to it and they're not happy, that's for sure.
So what, that's Scaddy one now. That's enough of that. Oh no, I wanted to play this before we move on from him, and then I need to talk about that one who beats men up with love sword. What the fuck kind of shit? Do you know, I watched that going down and I never said a fucking word because it wasn't my business.
And so it's kind of like, what do you even say about that shit? Like when I saw that, I was like, what the heck?
Listen, I would have been within my right to say, what the fuck? Somebody call the police, somebody call adult services and help this person out. What the fuck? But what I'm writing on my community post, you don't have to go and watch. You're not obliged unless somebody's handcuffing you and forcing you to come and watch. I can't understand your fucking problem.
Exactly.
Okay, so this is 22 hours ago. Is this one I want?
That's it.
Yeah, no, this is the one I want to go to. Okay, so this was made on the 18th of February this year. Okay, here we go.
Tracy Pissing Excellence brought some fucking receipts. I am old, Token. I am old. Tracy Pissing Excellence brought some receipts last night, which were very interesting. She proved a lot of things wrong. And I'm sure there's a lot of things on both sides that, get twisted both ways. And the basic point of it is, if you're going to drag old fights into a new community, just understand something. You look like a douche when you try to convince people that you're the better person and that the other person was a savage to you. Okay? Believe me, no one cares about your prior misgivings towards each other. No one cares. Now, I watched Katie's live when Katie went live this past week, and I watched that whole live. And I figured, I should at least watch the opposing view. And I'm glad I did. You're nicely stoned? Good. That's all right, Delaney. Don't worry. You can linger on behind. You could trail behind. You could be in the rear with the gear. You'll eventually get what I'm talking about here. I cater to the stoned. I enjoy people here that are high. But what I was hey, there she is. Katie, you're here in the chat, right? What I'm trying to get at here is your fight with Tiffany goes back a long time. Okay. And to understand it takes a lot of effort on our part, because all we care about in this community is our drama. We don't care about other people's past drama. This community is very selfish, very self-centered. We care about our current drama. Okay. If you two could just bring it up to speed to the current drama in the community, I think you get a lot more action. Yes. So, well, not really since 2022, Katie. You guys are talking about shit that went on 10 years ago.
So that's what he was saying in February. This is why I can't take people like that seriously.
Yep.
This person he's just, you know, what more can I say? And then you cut to last night. Do you want to play this, any of this, or
Yeah.
do you think
Yeah.
we've cut, yeah?
No, I think you should
And
show the difference between what he was saying then and what he's saying now, because I've been struggling with the same thing with this person. It's frustrating.
and here's the irony for me. Did you notice Katie was very quiet in this chat last night when he started this shit up?
Sure
Because I
did.
know that. Now, the reason she's quiet is when you know that she made fun of my mixed race daughter, photoshopped her as a monkey, took part in conversations where it was decided she was the colour of dog shit. She was 15, mind you. And that she would only ever be able to have a life of being a slave and somebody's maid, you know, come on. The irony. I don't know whether he noticed Katie was very quiet in the chat. I fucking did.
Yeah, I did too.
Fucking libtard. That's how you act. It's embarrassing. Fucking grow up and act right and start telling the truth, you dumb bitch.
I was raging.
Anyways, that's all, you guys. I hope you have a great day.
That's how she ended it, Scotty.
Oh, she's mad.
Oh, she's
She's
pissed.
so mad.
She's pissed.
She's
Let me-
so doxing my child. And
I
I
wasn't that
missed
mad.
wish. Do you know?
she knows this. And
Do you know the timestamp of this, Tiffany?
Oh no, I have no idea. Maybe
It's about.
Her friends' vulnerabilities.
I think it's just after your call.
yeah, I think it's after I get off, I end my stream that they're playing.
mhm. She
I would
sent
think
her and
so.
Flex both had sent her $20. Okay. You don't have that in you. It's you either have it or you don't.
Because I don't think the black circle was on there.
Everybody in chat.
I
Before I was
think-
playing the video clip, and in
I
order
think
to
it's
confirm it,
about
like
here,
Scott,
Tiffany. You
All right.
chatted away, and I'll hit the mark. So you
All right.
chat
I
away.
laid
Yeah.
in that for 2 hours, and it adjusted my spine in a way where all the
I-
pain went away.
I get distracted when
And
I can hear it on the
felt like
screen. It's as if it's none of their business, and it's a bunch of bullshit too. That they even it's like, God, give me a break. Talk about desperate for content, Joe. What are you doing, Karen Fanny? So goofy. Their stream yesterday was pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie. I sat there. I laughed so hard. Scotty, you are such a tryhard. I've never seen a person try so hard. They called me a people pleaser and something along the lines. Scotty said my friendships are transactional. All this stuff. It's like, girl, you have some massive projection going on. That's all I know, honey. Yeah, Karen Finney. That's what he reminds me of. He's so mad over things that don't even involve him. I don't understand it. That whole GLM bullshit with that whole Discord kitty picture thing. I finally just got sick of her saying it, and I posted up my message with Tammy on my community wall, because it's like that none of that happened. This bitch has been raging for a week now over something that literally never happened. I mean, how weird is that to get yourself so worked up that you're talking about people's disabled children and making fun of them over something you know never happened? That's some Katie level shit there. He's acting like one, that's for sure. He doesn't have the story right. He doesn't have a lot of these stories right. I don't know what his deal is, but man, Joe, you sure have wandered your way down one messed up path, and you look like an idiot. You know, what I noticed, which stood out to me the most, was Katie being absent whenever they brought up Tracy, which I found hilarious, and everybody else who was absent from that stream yesterday. There's a whole lot of people not chatting that normally are. Did you find it?
Yes, I found it. I'm either a couple of seconds away, but we're on it. What you were just saying, you said there was a lot of people absent. I noticed that it didn't go down quite as he might have expected it. It just kind of went silent, other than Wyoming. Because this was just a fucking sideways fucking swipe. You know what I mean? And when it's coming from a woman who's been recorded, she can pass it off as they were laughing, and she can fucking kid him into fucking coming like an hostage and saying, "Oh, that just made it worse for me. This never happened." I can't tell you the amount of times I've opened my front door to a policeman and said, "No, everything's fine. No, yes, it was just an argument. No, we know he haven't put his hands on me." I can't tell you the amount of times I've come out with that old chestnut or said, "Well, I fell," or "I was playing with the kids and I banged myself." Come on.
Well, mind you,
Please.
Tracy, this Scotty person goes around saying everybody was trying to get her schmurdered from this situation, that we've all weaponized her DV and we're trying to get her. I mean, the things she says about it is so outrageous. It's insanity. And the fact of the matter is she's done much more provocative things to other people on here and in their real lives than anything anybody did to her. She's a whole entire joke, man.
She's asking people to buy a pizza. Fuck off. Get the fuck out of here. And you're worrying about me? I don't live that kind of lifestyle, love. That's not my kind of thing. I don't know who the fuck you think you're. And saying about class? Class, are you real? I've seen how. I've seen.
Yeah, she's the last one to speak about class. She's got holes in her floor and she lives in a dilapidated trailer park with,
man with a lump of wood. Listen, I'm hardcore and I take no shit off anyone, but at least I knew and had my place to just curl up in a ball and put my hands over my head. I would not dream of striking my partner back. My husband, my first husband, made it very plain to me. You act like a man and I'll knock you the fuck out like one. I did wallop him once with a baseball bat on the arse. It was only a little wallop. It wasn't hard. He had shouted at our daughter, and I think she was about 6. And I give him a tap on the arse as I went past, and I said, "You don't need to be shouting like that, you." And he told me, he said, "You ever do a thing like that again, and I'll choke the fuck out of you. If you act like a man, treat you like a man." That was the understanding. And, I fucking kind of respected that. I see women, in nightclubs, you see them on TikTok, fucking fighting with the bouncers because they have this notion that they can take their shoes off and try and stab people with their stilettos and smash bottles in their faces. But if
it's a really unbalanced world we're living in. You know what I mean? Like,
back, you start crying all kind of.
Yeah.
No, and if you want your fucking women's rights, there they are. I'm all for. But if a strange man came and tapped on my door shouting maybe at my kids or maybe shouting at me because he don't like the way I park my car or whatever, that's a different matter. I'm going to go out there swinging because he's not my man. But to beat your own man up, come on, please.
Lisa makes a good point too. They're all a bunch of cop callers, or they threaten it all the time too. That's the funniest part in all this, Tracy, is they're all a bunch of cop. They're always calling the police or saying they're calling the police. It's so cringe. It's really embarrassing, especially the Scotty person. Scotty is humiliating to anybody she's sitting next to. Like the way she tries is so over the top for a woman of her age. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. It's really weird.
There was another incident I seen regarding her, and it was to do with Nikki Darling. And Nikki, I think, was reading out messages that something had happened between Scatty and Nikki. And Nikki was reading out messages. Now, I could be wrong. It might not have been Nikki, but I'm pretty sure it was. And Scotty had gone to Nikki and said, "Can you not go live tonight? Because I need to go live because I got no money and I want to send for pizza." Or words to that effect. Listen, this is out there. That is the most crazy shit I've ever heard. That's the most trailer trash shit I've ever heard. To go to another creator and ask them not to go live because you want to eat pizza, which you don't want to pay for. Don't worry
Yep.
about what I'm doing, stupid ass.
Well, I mean, Tracy, the funny thing is too about all that is that oh, I just lost my train of thought. I hate when that happens.
Pizza.
Pizza. Oh, it just left me. It completely left me. Oh, here it is. So the funniest thing about that, Scotty doesn't have small children or dependents or anything. She has that boyfriend, and then she has a couple of her adult children who still live with her. So that household is full of able-bodied adults, at least 4 of them, let's say, right? And she's still, it's like nothing. I don't get it. It's the weirdest shit.
I just can't imagine saying to anybody, I need to go live. Can you not go live? Because I need to go live. I need to get pizza. That to me is fucking whack.
Tracy, she asks people for a couple bucks in private for cigarettes and candy bars and stuff all the time. She'll hit people up in private needing this, needing that. There's always some emergency. She is embarrassing, man.
I swear by all that's holy, I would have to be very close to you. You would have to be a very lifelong friend. And I haven't got many of them. I can, maybe 2 of them. I would go without before I would ask anyone for a cigarette. That ain't life or death shit. A cigarette, you know, it just wouldn't happen. I've never gone anywhere and said, can I have half a queue on Tick Till Tuesday? I've stood in the queue where people are saying, can I have Tick Till Tuesday? I couldn't. If I can't buy it, I ain't smoking it. No way.
She made 50K doing what, you hooligan? Grifting on the internet? What the heck? She's just embarrassing, man.
Yeah, but she can't be. You know, if you've been videoed thrashing your man and then having your man come in making like a hostage video to talk his way out of it, because that's what it looked like, and you're asking people to not go live because you want to eat pizza, don't be calling me trash. You have no idea of how I live, what I do. You say, oh, listen, lady, how about you go to Palestine? Listen, you moron. You couldn't fly to Palestine if you wanted to. Israel own the borders, number 1, and decide who goes in there. Nobody in the world is flying to Israel right now because there's the danger of bombs going off. And in fact, I think that airport has just taken a kicking. So if I go with that argument, Scaddy, you ignorant piece of trailer trash, if you go with that argument, I shouldn't have any opinion if, let's say, on TikTok, I come across a video, and I do come across them, I quickly scroll past, because if you're not careful, the algorithm will bring them back to you. When you see a video of a woman slapping her kid across the face to make it cry for a TikTok video, are you saying that I can only have an opinion if that's a British child? Usually it's Chinese. Have you seen that by accident, Tiffany? Anything like that?
People hitting their kids?
Yeah. There
No.
was one the other day. It was a newborn baby.
No.
It must have been just hours. And they were flicking it in the face. Inside to make it wince and flinch. My mind can't comprehend how TikTok allow that shit. But if you linger too long, because I was startled, I couldn't believe on what I was seeing. I thought this got to be fucking AI. No, you see it, fucking crazy shit. There's one where he's just slapping this 2-year-old across the face harder and harder. And but this kid has been so used to it, it's not crying. But she steps up the slapping until, and that's why I thought I got to see what the people are saying in the comments. People are going fucking airless, but they're getting an interaction. I don't know what the mentality of these people are, but they're getting the interaction. Are you telling me I can only criticize if they're British? Shut the fuck up, you idiot. You know, well, if you feel so sorry, go to Palestine. Shut
She's
up.
so
If you want to eat
she's so
pizza, go out and
ignorant.
get a job and pay for your pizza, you piece of shit. Before you
Yeah,
start
she's a
telling me about my
joke.
conduct and what I should be doing.
School.
Right.
Yeah, because Delaney said while you were gone, Mrs. P was here and Mandy C, and they all said, "What's up?" And someone else. Who else? Let me scroll up. Delaney said, "You missed a lot, Joe. Mrs. P was here, Mandy C, AD, and Bubbles. They said, "Sup."
Mandy C. I remember her, Mandy C. She was like a real big thing.
It's near you.
Mhm.
That's right. God loves me. You're just an N-word to her.
And I mean, I'm not trying to be all, self-righteous, but she is racist. Like, I've seen enough of her private communications with people over the years that she's very comfortable calling people that, and not in any other way, but as if she is superior. So
See,
She's talking about me.
I'll say things to certain people, and
Yeah, this is how they come on to me. Because he now
Yeah.
explains it's different when he uses the N-word. Because he
Tracy-
does it in such and such a way. Oh, right, okay.
There's people I've known for years, and I've known you for years, where I've never said that word one time with them, right?
Yeah.
There's other people that there's been some jokes that have been told and everything. I've never said anything that is racially charged in a superior way. You stupid tubblard bitch. You're such a try-hard superior way, you creep. She is such a weirdo, man. She is
I'll say
such a
anything. I'll say words,
weirdo.
but I don't have hatred in my heart when I say it. It's more along the line of trying to get away with some crazy shit.
right, yeah.
I just don't understand the other people's mindsets, like this crazy pissing excellence woman. She somehow just
She's
can't
insane, isn't she?
Why can't she sever her relationship with this insane lunatic? I can tell you from miles away that this pissing excellence is an absolute. If I approached her, I asked her once in one of her lives, "Do you hate blacks or Jews?" And she was like on a panel with Yaxley. I asked them both. I said, "Do you and Yaxley hate blacks or Jews?" And they said, "Oh no, we don't hate them." Bull fucking
Bullshit.
shit.
That's not what you said. You lying cunt, and you never said bullshit. You went off with your tail between your legs. You thought you was going to come and bomb the live stream. I'd already made it very plain that I would not be sidetracked. You didn't expect to be asked. You were virtual signaling coming in to ask the question. I'd already said about 2 or 3 minutes before in the stream, I'm not going to be sidetracked. So fuck off with chat, stay on topic. So I think you didn't expect to be answered. You didn't ask me anything about blacks. You're a lying cunt. That's what you are, is a lying cunt. You never.
When have you ever shown any racism towards black people to begin with? Like, where is this even coming from? It's bizarre.
Hello, if you've seen my daughter, are you fucking mad or what?
Exactly.
Is that him in his picture?
No,
All right. Is he black?
no, he's a white guy.
Right. Well, I'm not what you wouldn't look at me and say I was white. And it's sad to say, my daughter gets that colour from somewhere. Mind your own business. You're a cunt. You're a cunt who sits on the internet chatting shit. What you were
But wait
saying.
a second. He's using the picture of a black dude as his avatar, calling you a racist.
Indeed.
Okay.
Bull
All right.
fucking shit, lady. Okay.
And he's calling himself the pimp of Kramer. So what he's insinuating is that black people are pimps. Is that what we're to take from that? If we want to start analysing each other.
Right.
Bullshit.
Yeah, they do.
Why didn't
And
you
her
say
post, like, she
bullshit in the chat? Why, when I said I'm happy to debate you one day, if you want to, right now we're talking about this, but I'll answer you briefly. But if you'd like to debate me at a different time, you didn't call out bullshit. I'm going to dig out the stream exactly where you came on. It's going to be easy. Yaxley's on there. So it's going to be easy for me to find where Yaxley and find. That's not what you were saying.
No, not at all.
she is so obsessed. And full of hatred
My
toward
God.
our government and
She's the typical Tommy
Israel.
Robinson fucking, oh, I fucking hate these fucking Americans. Why are you so invested in what Donald, anybody?
Where have I said I fucking hate these Americans? Why am I so invested in Donald? I just explained to you.
From another country,
Right.
first of all, Scotty, when I see anyone from another country talking about Donald Trump, it's frequently, you know what I mean? One mention of Donald Trump. I'm talking about daily mentions of my president from another country. You're a fucking mental case, bitch.
and wishing very bad things.
Do you know how retarded you sound? Seriously. How
But Tracy, when have you ever
absolutely.
said you supported Tommy Robinson?
Well, I can't stand Tony fucking Robinson.
I know. This is beyond me.
No, I cannot stand him from lots of point of views. From the point of view that he's less than 5'5" for the start off. He don't have to do anything, just the fact that he's 5'5" and talking all big. And I think he's an outrageous cunt. It's a certain mindset who follow him.
Lisa's taking the piss out of me. And did you hear? Oh, go ahead. Keep playing.
No, go on. Sorry, keep going.
Well, and then she says that you've made violent threats towards our president. No, she hasn't. Sally Ann has. Sally Ann did that one time, but Tracy hasn't. Are you getting your wires crossed, Scotty?
Perhaps
wrong.
perhaps her blood sugar was low because there was no one there to buy a pizza.
Could be.
Things that happen to the man. Like she's
Right. You're a mental case, bitch.
I guarantee you she's on a government watch list somewhere. I guarantee the bitch is.
You think she's like
guarantee
been
it,
on all the
Joe.
stupid fucking websites that get you on those lists?
I
She's on
guarantee
TV
it.
Farm.
Yeah, but you know what I wouldn't be on? One for domestic abusers who then bring their hostages, all Stockholm syndromed out, to tell us all about how it was a joke and how he didn't mean it and he was just trying to larp for money, as if that somehow made it better. Fuck me.
Farms and 8chan. You
Yes.
stupid bitches. You people have no idea what this is what's great about YouTube. Most people don't give a shit about the internet. You're on YouTube. It's YouTube. It comes free on your phone, right?
Mhm.
You know, it's like,
Yeah.
hey, this is where I watch videos. And they come across these stupid fucking dumb bitches like pissing excellence. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who would ever subscribe to a channel like that? You're coming on YouTube.
Well, you clearly do, you cunt, because you're looking at my posts. You just, in a stream I just played, talked about how you sat through 3 hours of my stream and you thoroughly enjoyed it. And I've been posting my views on the war and Palestine and America's part and Britain in providing the bombs. You can scroll right the way back. So even at the period of time that you watched my 3-hour stream and you thoroughly enjoyed it, you already knew what my thoughts and my views were. You lied about what you said when you came up. You asked me if we hated the Jews. And I said, I hate anyone who bombs fucking tents with fucking babies in them. I hate anyone who fucking creates a genocide, who fucking burns kids alive. That's what I said. And you went off all meek and mild. I asked you if you were satisfied with that, and you told me very. What the fuck are you talking about? You stupid piece of shit.
What do you think people would think if they came across his or Scotty's channels? What do you think the hot take on that would be? You think they'd be impressed that these were some intellectuals? You
There's a
know?
moron who does this shit every fucking night. I have got a right to criticize Trump. We're fucking tied in with you. This brick shit, when it hits you, well, it'll hit Britain before it'll hit America, because you have got the edge of, you have got a lot of oil in America. So you have got something. Britain, we've totally tied ourselves to America. We're fucked. If you sink, we're sinking with you.
Yep.
Fucking crazy, man.
Where no one pays attention to you, and you're all fucking fired up with Trump derangement syndrome. You look like an idiot. And there's Tiffany support.
Somebody is paying attention to me. You are. I've got you all fired up. You're ranting about someone who I'm not even here other than a few posts. You're here every night, you sad cunt. playing your games with Katie. I see exactly what you're doing. You're using Katie as a way to piss Tiffany off. That's exactly what you're doing. She's like a weapon. But you're also making fun of her. The comments you make are what you would call a double entendre. If you were stupid, it would pass that you were complimenting her. But if you got more than 2 fucking brain cells that are functioning at the same time, it's very clear you are low-key trolling the fuck out of her. That's your entertainment.
They don't get how funny it is. I find
better to
Katie
just
being
order
over
it,
there
just literally-
too, right?
I love it because I can't wait until either she shares one of their messages. Now look at this thing with that Jess K. I haven't had an opinion on that. Here is my fucking opinion on it. Wyoming and Katie both vouched that they knew that there was a child. And now remember, I don't follow this shit as much as you guys. I just peep in here and there. Now, I happen to be in one of my peeping modes. I may be peeping once a week, maybe 10 days sometimes will pass. But on this particular peep, caught my attention. Katie and Wyoming had swore that there was a baby with this Jess K one. There was this big to-do. Did she have a baby? Didn't she have a baby? I actually felt a bit sorry for her, and I think I said it to you, Tiffany. I said, oh, it can be terribly painful if you can't have a child. My sister couldn't have a child, but then some of the history and the money making come out, and then, oh, right, I see a bit of a different thing here. So, but I've never expressed these opinions before. This is the first time I'm publicly saying them. So people then take the fact that Wyoming and Katie are vouching as if fact that they've heard and that there's a baby. Now, people assumed that they'd seen the baby, from what I gather, because the way they were saying it, oh, no, yeah, there's definitely a baby, people fell for it. So they fucking kind of ignited that little situation up a little. Then there comes out that there's a call and that she happens to be talking to Wyoming while the police are arresting her. Now, you know, I immediately thought, but I didn't pop up with my opinion because it's fuck all to do with me. But it is now. I'll lay money. It was Katie who made that call for the welfare check at that hotel. I lay fucking money on it. I would be shocked as fuck to find out it wasn't Katie. Seriously.
Yeah, I guarantee. I mean, did you hear what they found in Jessica's apartments after she left? She was killing all of her animals.
But see, to me, it goes to that mad, sad or bad. I don't know enough about the fucking woman, but you know,
Girl, if you did, you would be.
I knew if that happened here, outside her court, there would be people with placards threatening her and all kinds.
She was getting animals and leaving them in cages, not feeding them. She abandoned 4 cats and 2 puppies at her last apartment. 4 cats, 3 of them were dead. They found the puppies on the patio. The apartments she was at before, she scammed all of her landlords out of rent, destroyed them. It looked like there's people on the internet who posted up pictures of how she left their dwellings. Nobody even knew about this. So
I saw one of the videos. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah. The worst part was, though, she's killed something like 20 animals in her care now at this point.
What's the buzz with her? Is it that she has the animals to get donations? What's the mechanism of it all?
I think she's a person who wants things, and she sees the cute little cat and thinks, you know what I mean? She seems to be
a fucking idiot.
Yeah. She sees the cute little puppies and goes, oh, I want those cute little puppies for my own, you know, and doesn't think it through and is so selfish.
Yeah. And then gets another fad and another one.
Yep.
Well, you know, I watched that fucking malarkey went down, and, you know, that's scaddy because, of course, I was following what was going on because it was of interest. Well, Scaddy was unmasking Jessica's filters. Yes, the filters. on Jessica K's. Well,
Yes.
Daddy can't be talking because she's 100% using filters.
Oh yeah,
Because,
look at the picture as her avatar right now. I mean, come
Yeah.
on.
you know, if you delude, just because you can delude yourself and you can all tell each other, oh, you look beautiful, sweetie. Oh, thank you, sweetie. When you know full well it's not you. It's because that's
Yeah.
your bag. That's my fucking bag. My mentality can't go to those places. It's too ridiculous for me.
It's
There's
embarrassing, man.
there's a difference between having a photo taken and, you know, you can get professional photos taken where they make the background dreamy, or they use a nice filter, nice lavender filter that brings your eyes out, but you still look like yourself, you know?
Yep.
This changing yourself to beyond recognition to me is just ridiculous. What the fuck, and who are you kidding? But if it makes
Well, it's
them feel,
really sad. It's really sad, especially when you with somebody like Katie who's trying to pull it off like that's her.
I know.
It's like, sweetheart, that's not you. You never looked like that.
I just couldn't. I just would feel such a fraud. I couldn't go play that silly game. I can't play that silly game of, you know, I can't even. Just calling each other sweetie, and that fucking blows my mind. Without
It's embarrassing.
gassing each other
Yeah.
up, it's ridiculous. Here we go.
Leave you alone. Fuck you, bitch. If you don't
Right.
like someone
No,
else,
they
don't
enjoy
fake that
it.
you like. You fake that you like somebody because it's just easier. Fuck off with that
Well,
bullshit.
they're the same type of person. Tiffany just is more polished than what Pissing Excellence is, in my opinion. But they both are capable of holding hatred against people based on nothing but like the color of their skin or their religion, and that's just the type of heart they have.
But you're holding hatred on me because of my beliefs, which ain't hurting you. But your
Exactly.
presence is hurting me. And we're all about to be a lot more hurt. You just are too stupid and don't know that. You're keeping things being dumbed down for you guys so you don't realise just how bad this shit's gonna get. Another 2 fucking months when someone you know can't get their angina medication or can't get their fucking epilepsy fucking medication, come back and tell me then when your fucking shelves are empty, because that's where this is going.
She's not aware because it doesn't affect her because she lives such a pathetic, destitute, kind of touched life in her way. You know, she doesn't. It doesn't affect her. She has no idea. She doesn't have to pay for gas. She doesn't. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't get it. She's
Pizza, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, your pizza cost is going to go up.
Fucking, but well, maybe she'll be finding her donations lessons when they haven't got money to throw around.
Exactly.
Like,
Let me tell you something. One morning I woke up, right? This is like about the time you're talking about, the golden time, 8 or 9 months ago. Okay. And this Pissing Excellence post makes a community post with a caricature of a Jewish person. It's called the I can't remember the name of it, but if you ever used to go on 8chan, you would see this picture. It's a cartoon drawing of like a Jewish person with a big pointy nose, you know. It's something called the something merchant, right? The greedy merchant, I think it's called. Can you Google, Scotty?
Not right now. Not while I'm on my phone.
What I'm talking about is like something like the greedy merchant or something like that. And this woman posted on her community post. And the happy merchant, right? The happy merchant. And she posted on YouTube. Are you fucking nuts?
No, you're a liar. I shared a post of what you're talking about. But here's the thing, idiot. You say that was 8 or 9 months ago and you had this really strong reaction to it and you were really angry about it. You've never confronted me about it. And the one time you were in my chat, you were as meek as a little lamb and you went off as meek as a little lamb. You didn't express any of these strong views. But here's another funny thing. 5 months after you had that really strong feeling towards me and that outrage with your virtual signaling about this picture of the Jewish person, which was actually me sharing a post made by somebody else, Why didn't you mention that in the chat? And why did you sit through one of my 3-hour live streams and enjoy it? And then promote it and tell people to go and watch me? Why would you promote me and tell people how interesting you found it 5 months after you felt so outraged about this post? You've got selective outrage. And you've got outrage by proxy. Was you in the picture? It's nothing to do with you. Mind your own business. What are you doing coming looking at posts that upset you? That's some kind of weird fetish you must have. If I don't like something that somebody's posting, I won't look. You're not obliged to watch. You want to watch. And you want to talk shit, which contradicts your previous shit.
Like if I
Well, she legitimately is. Did you not pay attention when I played that stream? I found that one chick and Tiffany came out and tried to say it was all satire. It was not satire. They were sitting there talking about how it should be legal to euthanize children that are born with disabilities up until the age of 5 years old, Joe.
Yeah.
Who said that? Tiffany? Tiffany's disappeared.
No, I'm
What
here.
the Tiffany, did you hear that?
She's
What's she talking about?
She's talking about Claire Cobb. So there's a woman who people like remember Domingo,
Oh, yeah.
that they used to go and troll her chat, right? And troll her channel. She's a political satirist. So she's a British lady, and her whole channel is based on her making outrageous commentary on geopolitical and religious views. Outrageous. Like that's her whole stick, is she's a political satirist. It's a comedy thing. And the shit she says is absolutely insane and outrageous. She tries to promote this
But
new
the way
religion called
she's saying this, she goes straight from me. It sounds like she's talking about me.
Yeah, no, she's talking about me. She's claiming I sat on this
Who are
panel
you?
with this woman.
All right, make yourself clear, you stupid fucking pizza guzzling fucking grifter. You didn't kind of say on the subject to Tiffany, because it just sounded like you were talking about me.
No, she's talking about me. She's trying to say I went on this woman's panel and agreed with her about we should euthanize disabled babies. Never said anything of the sort. I said the fact of the matter is this woman is outrageous. It's intentional. I showed her website to show everybody who was upset. Where it says on her website, she's a political satirist. It's a type of it's a comedy bit. Scotty,
Yeah,
calm down.
It's black comedy. It's
Yep.
But it's meant
There's
to
all
be.
these pictures.
You're meant to have a reaction to it. You're meant to fucking recoil. That's the whole gimmick of that kind of shit. So
And she's
why
a soft-spoken, boring lady. I mean, the whole thing's
you?
no clue. Oh, I went on her panel once 6 years ago.
So
now they've looked up every bad thing she said and attributed it to me.
hang on then. By this logic, that means that this fucking pair, this fucking kind of a man, I say that loose term because I don't know many men who sit around yapping with women in the fucking middle of the night about this fucking crazy shit. So hang on. That means that everything that Katie's done, they're responsible for because they got her on the panel. So now in future, when I'm talking about Chang and all those other things, I just wrote that there in. Okay.
Might as well.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
Yeah,
And they were being fucking serious.
I know exactly the kind of crazy bitch this is. I know the kind of fucking subreddit she follows, all the stupid fucking channels she watches, all of it. You're typical to me, pissing excellence. You're a fucking low cow. You're retarded.
What
okay?
the fuck is going on? There's one talking about Tiffany, and then he just. You were too angry. Listen, this ain't normal.
Why
This
is he so mad? God.
Yo, listen, you sound like a fucking retard, and that you're virtual signaling, to be honest with you, because this is, to me, this is just a fucking show, because you're really angry, but yet you were in my chat asking me, and you weren't this angry, and you were watching my 3-hour live stream, which you thoroughly enjoyed, and you weren't that angry. Where did this anger come from? Is this like those delayed medications you can get where they slow release fucking medication? What the fuck is this?
I don't know. It's weird.
Gotten more angry as the time has passed. That's not how normal people react. Normally, you're very angry at the time and it diminishes over time. You've got the reverse effect.
Well, I mean, and Tracy, the thing is none of this had to do with him. And on top of it, like, why is it? I told him they're all acting like a bunch of crazy liberal white ladies, you know, like those far left ladies that wear those pussy hats. That's what they're acting like. It's bizarre. I mean, I don't understand when he decided to act like a menopausal woman.
But after he saw the image that's making him rage like this 8 months later, he watched 3 hours of my live stream and thoroughly enjoyed it. And then he had to go at Katie, calling her a liar, saying how I brought the receipts. What the fuck? You're weird, mate. You seriously need to go to the doctor. You should not be this emotional over this, especially delayed, and especially when you weren't this emotional when you confronted me and Yaxley, which it wasn't really a confrontation, was it? You didn't expect me to respond. This is just bullshit.
You're retarded, and it shows the way you talk.
I would suggest that since she has like all this energy to help, is it Palestine that she's always talking about? How about you go yourself right now and go to Palestine and help, lady? Head on over there. And I want you to speak the way that you do to other people on here to some of the men that you come across while you're there. Please do so.
Why don't you kill some Jews while you're there too, Tracy? Kill some Jews. It'll be good for the whole world, right?
A cleansing of sort, right, lady?
Yeah. Like the master plan, Scotty, I think, is what you the master plan. The Jewish problem.
Christian said he's returning home from dinner, but he's going to email you something when he gets back.
All right, Christian, go ahead. Yeah, I'm sure I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. I knew right away I didn't like that lady. You know, I knew right away I didn't like that lady. Like, she's never personally done anything to me. I just don't like the way she carries herself. I don't like her attitude. I don't like that she feels that she should have such a voice in what
I'm sorry, but a woman who's beating your boyfriend up and then parading him round to embarrass himself and degrade himself further by saying he was doing it to get some money. A woman who has to go to another creator to say, don't go live, I need to get pizza. What the fuck?
You mean that didn't hurt your feelings? Your feelings are hurt. I mean, Scotty, insult you, Scotty. This is the reaction you get from all people. Just so you know, when you insult anybody, this is how we all feel. Nothing, because you're a joke. It's pathetic.
To me, the man is being performative. He's virtual signaling. His rage doesn't go along. It makes no sense. He saw the post 8 months ago. He comes onto my live in the chat, asks me, and then says, no, we're good, and leaves. And then he's this angry. You want to go and get yourself sorted out, mate. You got no life. I now know you have no life. If this is what gets you worked up and fired up, you're just a waste of oxygen, man. And it ain't going to get no better. That's the sad part. It's not going to get any better.
I think he thinks he's trolling everybody very efficiently. I think he thinks he's trolling everyone very expertly, Tracy. I think he envisions himself as this, you know, very experienced, top tier level type of a trolling situation. But Joe, you got to understand when people like Tracy and I, we've been around for a long time, man. We see right through, we see right through this, and you look dumb as fuck. You look like a raging bimbo. Like, do
And
you have
he's
sand in your puss?
And the fact that Katie was absolutely silent for the whole of that part of the chat. She was in there at the beginning, but she fucking got the fuck out of there. She did. About the racist card. She thought, oh fuck.
Well, because she knows it's not true too, Tracy. She knows unequivocally that that is simply not fucking true about you. It's insanity that they would even go there. I mean, come on, man. And here's the thing that cracks me up is Joe fancies himself as being this, very conservative Republican. Yeah, and the whole race card is very far left, feminist bullshit, things that people with those kinds of ideologies don't appreciate. Nobody pulls the race card that has any respect for the intelligent debate. Like that's a ridiculous, mindless, unintelligent, thing to hurl at someone. Is a race card, right? But here you are, Joe. Where's your pussy hat? You better be wearing a pussy hat next stream. That's what he's reminding me of. Offended liberal ladies.
Yeah, I think he sounds pathetic.
He honestly does.
It's the fucking most pathetic thing I've ever.
This is really goofy considering you never mention these people, and yet they're sitting here telling me and saying to us, keep your old drama out of your group. Well, stop. What are you doing right here? What is this? What is this? Come on, stop trying to fish for Katie's shit. This is weird, man.
Yeah. He's virtual signaling because if you don't, your emotions don't get increased over time with no stimulation. He's showing off. He's trying to make a point. Shut up, you stupid, ignorant cunt. That's all you are.
He's bored.
You and the thing next to you. You couldn't hold a conversation with other men because you haven't got anything in common. You're a snidey little fucking bitch on the internet. Because the fact of it is you couldn't act like that in real life. Don't be telling me, Scardy, about, oh, I'd like to see you with other doing that to a man. I don't have to think, oh, I'd like to see you because I have seen you doing that to a man. You fucking animal. You fucking dirty, feral animal. Begging for pizza and all. What the fuck? That's the cherry on the cake. Stupid bitch.
I mean, of course you can comment on whatever you want, but when it gets to a level where it's nothing but pure hate speech, that's concerning to me.
And, and these are the friends you keep. I'm sorry, but I judge you by the friends you keep. And Tiff.
Wait there, how's it hate speech? 90% of what I share is from American people.
Is friends with this fucking crazy bitch. All I did was question one. I'm sitting there saying to myself, why in the fuck? Who the fuck is this crazy fuck to post some shit like this? I don't want to be associated with Tiffany if she's friends with a bitch like this. You should have heard it. I'm telling you, Scotty, there's all private live done about this. I went. This is before we started talking privately. I went live privately.
Okay, pause this really fast. Pause this really quick.
For me to do a private live, it means I had to.
Yeah, I've had enough of him anyway at this point.
Well, let me explain this though.
Mentality freak.
Well, this whole part he makes up. Like, none of these things happened that he goes on to say after this. I find that to be really bizarre. And he's been doing this a lot to me lately, where he's made the whole group is really where they're making up whole entire scenarios and claiming I'm saying these things that I'm not. It's really fucking weird. And I don't even know how to respond to that shit because it's like, it's just weird. I don't know. It's Katie level delusion. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't. No. The only thing I did say to him was on his post, and after he apologized to you, is I said, she doesn't force her views on you or anybody else. And this at the time, he was all heated up at Sally Ann because of what she said, right? Yeah. And I said, it's not fair to go to her page, look for her post, find a post that she made, and then criticize her in that manner for it like she's bad. You went and looked for it. You went there and saw it. You had a choice, right? This isn't a person in your circle of friends.
As I recall, he'd had to scroll back for it.
Yeah, the whole thing was just really dumb. So, and I told him, I said, I respect Tracy and her views. She doesn't force them on anybody else, yada, 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 all the things. And now all of a sudden he comes up with this big story about there's meetings and all this shit. It's like, what are you fucking talking about, bro? Like, come on. Fucking bizarre, man. Anyways.
I believe that he expected me to kick off with you. I honestly believe that was why he was so emotional. He was trying to notch up the situation, make it more than it was, if you like.
Well, all he managed to do, in my opinion, is embarrass the absolute ever-loving heck out of himself, because
I told you that he says that he saw my post 8 months ago and he was outraged and disgusted. But yet 2 months ago, he was promoting my channel and telling people that they should go and listen to my live. But he listened to a whole 3 hours of it. So how can I take somebody serious like that, like, for fucking real?
I certainly can't. I don't know many people who could. I mean, that's just Joe. You're acting like a creep. He does laugh at me a couple times during the stream like this, Tracy. It's really weird too. Over something that I didn't do to some other person, he starts calling me the C word and the bitch and screaming and yelling.
Yeah, but he's inadequate, because a man who was adequate would not be sitting online every night yapping with a bunch of women, shit stirring, making fun of somebody, and he is making fun of Katie. I'm telling you, there is an element of piss take. Now, I wanted to share this with you because it did make me laugh, and I can't help it. It was the funniest fucking thing I saw in a while. You see, and that's the thing. If you notice, when I go quiet, I don't even talk about Katie. There'll be months at a time where I'm not even speaking about Katie, but she won't shut up. But I believe he entices this and he eggs her on. If you look, he kind of promotes her into talking shit.
Oh, yeah.
You are. It should be up now. Anyone who bought this, anybody who actually bought this nonsense needs their heads read. She thanked Frank for videoing this. Fucking thanked him. I was so in awe that I had to go back again. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Now, I'm sorry, but I thought it was that one who was married to Tom Cruise for a minute.
Katie Holmes.
What's Katie doing pretending to be Katie Holmes? I couldn't fucking comprehend what I was seeing. Anyone who bought that nonsense needs their head read, and you are encouraging that woman's delusions. Now, I'm not saying you have to call her out for it, but stop it.
It's cruel.
You look beautiful. Hello, Planet Earth. I'm like, what the fuck?
I love the people in his chat that refuse to go along with the whole stick. I love the people remaining in the chat who still are calling her out. They're like, it's so funny, those ladies. They're like, that's not your face, bitch.
Now listen, that fucking Granny Fanny is a cheeky bastard because he is making fun of her. I don't care what you say. He is low-key trolling the fuck. He's also intentionally getting her low-key to talk about things that lead on to talking about me and you, and he's doing it on purpose.
Yeah.
What kind of a fucking pal is that? How bored do you have to be? How miserable do you life have to be that's entertaining to you? Seriously. Fuck that for a game of soldiers. No, thank you.
Do you want to see my garden?
Yes, I was just going to say, go and do some gardening or some fucking thing.
Yeah. Teddy, hush. Teddy, hush.
Oh, listen, have you been having lovely weather, everyone? We're having lovely weather, but there's a terrible strong wind.
Yes, it's the same.
Sun, but there's a lot of wind going on. What about you?
Yes, it's windy and it's warm.
Do you think that's to do with all these bombs going off, or what? Because
I live right by Camp Pendleton, and that is one of our biggest naval bases, or not naval, military things. And I can hear them testing and practicing the bombs and all that. Okay, so here's my new yeah, and it shakes the windows, and I think it does affect our weather. Yeah,
that's a nice window there. Yeah, that's lovely.
Yeah, see, so I have this whole thing going on, and then I have over here, I have all these little things, and I have my zinnias popping up there, my stuff over there, but it's gotten bigger this year.
Yeah, look at that sky, man. I was just, are you, oh, fuck me, I love it when it's like that. Not
yeah, it's perfect today.
Yeah.
It's perfect today. I want to get outside and do my things. It's like, it's so, oh, wait a second, look at this guy. Teddy, come here. Come here.
Does the floor get? Does the floor get? Does your floor get
hot?
Your floor, does it get hot? The floor.
Yeah, sometimes the concrete. So the concrete out here. Yeah. So like this, yeah, that'll definitely get hot. Like you can't step on it.
How does the dog manage?
Well, see, when it gets hot like that, I only walk him at night.
Yeah, that's what I do with Roger. You can't. Here we've got black tarmac, and the fucking heat off it is insane. You could cook eggs on it, seriously.
Yeah.
So I take it first thing in the morning and last thing at night.
Yeah, it's way too hot for his little paws when it gets hot like this. I mean, it's too hot. It gets too hot during the day to walk him when it gets super hot. Like August and September, we're in the triple digits.
Yeah, Roger will growl at me and go for me if it's too hot and he don't want to go out. If I say, do you want to go out, he growls. He gets fucking proper mad. He's getting more cantankerous and all.
Oh, he is.
He's got his balls. See, have you had Teddy done? Roger's still intact.
Teddy doesn't have his balls.
No, Roger's still got his balls, and you know he's ridiculous. He thinks he's the man of the house. I think you can identify as certain things. Roger would identify as a manimal. He actually believes he's part human. He's insane.
Well, that's what Teddy acts too. And so I had him neutered when he was older. He was like almost 4 when I finally had him neutered because he was so dominant and so domineering. Yeah. It was ridiculous. And I think I don't think it worked because he'll still hump his little monkey baby and stuff.
Right. Once they get to a certain age, it's imprinted in their mind to keep doing it. Roger's got a red duvet that he brutalizes.
Yeah, Teddy likes soft blankets too. He likes the soft blankets. And he'll steal them off of beds and take them into rooms by himself like a creep. You know, like he won't do it in front of people.
Yeah. Look on screen. Here's a comment, okay? And Pesky on his video of Kitty walking with the legs, okay? Exodus feet, edit. She says, great AI. She's doing this as a joke, ? Isn't she? That's Pesky. And he answers saying, when I said her feet were real, I'm satisfied with feet gate 226, she has feet. Oh, the feet, yeah, those were real. It's just the rest. And he hearts that up. If she don't know that she is the brunt of their jokes, there is something mentally wrong with her. What am I talking about? But come on. Can you
Either
see
way.
they're making fun of her? Him
Oh
and
yeah,
all.
yeah, yeah. Oh yeah.
And I think
Yeah.
it's cruel. I don't like Katie. With this thing with James and that, she has poked and poked and poked at James for a long fucking time. Her and
Yep.
Troller will go over and they will try to weaponize him and they'll try to lead him into nonsense when he's had a drink. They've taken the piss. Even as they've been moderators on this channel, he's never taken their mods while they're doing it. I think that he's right to snap back. She has totally taken the liberties. Now, the reason I'm snapping back is because she won't shut up about me. But that doesn't mean I can't see the iniquity of somebody pretending to be her friend and using her.
Yeah, but when you think about it, Tracy, all the people she's done that to. I mean, so like for instance, she did that to him when she told him that people are saying that he, you know what, and that made him so upset. She's done it to me. She's done it to all kinds of people. Shane, maybe she,
about me, and I would never think of the fat bastard again. Now and again, yes, I have a little snigger when she does these silly videos of, I thought it was Katie Young's. I really did. I thought, what the fuck's this? It's ridiculous.
yeah,
She
really
ran
is.
it through AI, and AI said, oh, it's a real picture. Fuck off. When you have writing across your chest, being a female, the writing isn't dead straight like that because we have curves. There's shadows and things. I ran it through AI, and you'd be fucking horrified what it said. I could be cruel and read what it said because I actually went a step further. I put into AI your rehab picture and your video of saying that it was you, but I also, in the middle, put some of your real cam, where your cam didn't filter. And you would be mortified if you knew what Gemini had to say about the matter. It was fucking cringe. If you want to blast seriously, put a rehab picture in, put a couple of her cam slips, and then put in that AI and tell them this woman was £400 3 years ago. She now claims this and this is her, but this was her 6 months ago. Oh, it's fucking cruel.
Yeah.
I'm only going to whack her enough to just, it's like, when you tap your dog on the nose to get him out the bin. I'm not, but, if she keeps pushing me enough, it'll get a bit harder than that. But have you seen her foot? Have you seen the foot that she posted? It's huge. Have you seen that she posted? It's fucking huge. They're fat.
I know. It looks like she could stabilize the whole damn trailer in with that foot, It's like
she slimmed the foot down. You can see if you look. She's had to use a slimming tool on her feet.
It looked weird. She's a goofy bitch, Tracy. I don't know why she focuses on. Remember when we used to call her Tuna and she would rage for a year?
Sorry, say that again. You went a bit robotic.
Remember when we used to call her Pona and she would rage for a year?
Oh yeah, here's the funny thing. Sometimes you do things just because it's funny. So
yes.
And the more they rage, she should know this of all. She knows Von Helton raging when he lost his children. That was the best part for them, was Von raging. Well, it's the same with you, Katie. You are Von Helton.
Mm-hmm. Raging about no feet and bananas.
Yeah, fucking hell, bananas, come on. But he's doing that to make her sound stupid.
He is. And she's too stupid to see it, sadly. So, you know, Katie, you got to smarten up, girlfriend. You're not on your game. He's taking the
Right.
piss out of you all the time.
This is what the summary of the Gemini said on Katie's photos, plus a couple of the ones where the camera filter didn't come, and the rehab. What you are looking at is a digitally synthesized after persona. It's a common tactic used by certain online people to create a miracle narrative. You take the real footage of a person, run them through AI software to generate a fake success image that looks young, fit, and conventionally perfect to sell a story, in this case, a miracle weight loss. Everything about the timing and village. Right, so then it says, hang on, last take on it was... The bottom line, you're looking at a real person who is using highly sophisticated AI tools to create a fake physical reality. The woman in the video is real. The woman in the Kentucky t-shirt is a digital glow-up that doesn't exist in the physical world.
It's impossible. Katie, you don't look like that, honey.
It pointed out that it went so in depth on the eye distance and all of that shit. Who knows? Listen, 1 minute she haven't got an upper lip, and the next thing she's got Angelina Jolie lips. What does happen? Even collagen shots ain't going to give you them. Come on.
It's sad.
And it is sad because Katie, instead of, I know she's still a big girl, lest she wouldn't be continually doing this. This is making up for some shit. Do you know if instead of being made a fool of by Granny Franny, using her to poke at you, or whatever the fuck his motivation is, I think it is to poke at you. Why, if she went for a walk, sometimes I haven't got no one to ride my bike with. But that don't stop me going riding my bike. I put a spliff in my little satchel, a little drink. I put some monkeys for the birds, and off I go. I stick my earphones in and listen to maybe a podcast, sometimes music, depends. Katie, the longer it ain't gonna happen. You don't matter how much you use these AI tools, your life is slipping past you. Go for the walk, the block. Come on.
Yeah.
Go and do
With that said,
like Tiffany, for fuck's sake. That'll burn calories off. Lumping a bit of soil around the garden.
yeah. With that said, Tracy, I need to get out there and do my stuff before trash tomorrow. I need to weed, and it's a beautiful day. I'm itching to get outside.
Yeah, you go for it, Tiffany. I'm about done anyway. There's only
All right.
There's
Well,
only
nice talking to you, stranger.
Yes, and I will see you in a month or maybe 6 weeks. Who knows? The next time any weirdo mates start fucking talking shit about me.
Well, thank you for having me up, Tracy. Nice seeing you guys too in chat. Who I see all the time, but all right, Tracy, I'll talk to you soon.
Enjoy your garden. Yeah, go out and do a company or something. Get a bike and go fucking pedal around, anything. It's just ridiculous, Katie. You're not kidding anyone. Even Granny Fanny, he's making fun of you. Go, if before your stroke you'd have caught straight on that he was being sarcastic and he was clowning you, you'd have been all over it. You're like Von Elton now. It's fucking pathetic. It's ridiculous. You're ridiculous. Shut the fuck up about me. Granny Fanny, you're a fucking liar. I'm going to find the stream. You didn't call me a bitch. You didn't fucking rage. You're virtual signaling and you're being performative for fucking whatever reason it is. You're using Katie to try and, well, you're having a laugh at her expense is part of it, and you're also thinking it's going to poke at Tiffany. Here's the fucking problem when Katie is your source of information. Once you start running with the source of information, it's an element of truth We're 90% a fantasy. You just look a silly born cunt. You know, you're talking about me and Scotty saying, "Hello, class, listen. You're promoting a woman and you're hanging with a woman, because we're all guilty by association, who got into an argument with Tiffany Moser. And during that argument, she thought, I know, I'm going to go and search online for a lady's vagina with a Lego toy in it. And then I'm going to screenshot it. Then I'm going to post it on Google Plus, and I'm going to start a rumor that will continue for over a decade, and I will promote it, that was a image of Tiffany." That's how fucked in the head. So don't be worrying about what I'm doing. Scaddy, don't be worrying about what I'm supporting. Support yourself. Go and make it so that you buy your own pizza. Fuck, spoil yourself. Get some wedges too. You're a fucking bum. You're a no-mark bum who beat your fucking boyfriend, then paraded him on to look like such a bum that he was using these women because they promised him money. What the actual fuck? And you think that sounded better than, yeah, she battered me? Please.